So we respond with e4 against c6, the curve can't defense. White plays knight f3, we play d5 and attack the center where we take the c5. We are not allowing d4, where he played e4, we'll take it. And white takes it back, we play knight to c6, attack the queen. So white's queen was under attack, where this is white's turn and white play bishop b5. We decide to play e6 and add a defender. Such that he take it, we'll take it back and then play c5. Now we play c5 and the queen is under attack, where this is white's turn and white decides to defend the queen by playing the queen to d2. So queen comes to d2 and we decide to develop our knight. Knight comes to x6, he plays c4 and try attacking the center where we play bishop e7, focusing on our development where we take the pawn. And now this is white's turn, white is thinking for the move. We have already having an control towards the center where he play knight to c3. We decide to play d4 and attack the knight. Now white's knight is under attack where he play knight to e4. We decide to play the bishop to b7 and attack from this diagonal. So now let's see how he responds. He play knight d6 check, we'll take it and he takes it back where we'll decide to eliminate this knight. Now this is white's turn and white is thinking where he takes it. Now we'll decide to castle because the king safety is important. He play queen to f4 and defends the pawn. We'll play queen to d7. We can place this rook over here and can attack the pawn. So now white's turn and white play bishop d2. We'll decide to play rook to d8 and further attack the pawn. Now white's turn and white is thinking, having 4 minutes on the clock. King comes to x1 was the response, where we decide to take the pawn. Further, he takes it, we'll take it back. And now he played the rook to g1, further bishop can take the knight anytime. So what we'll do is we'll play the knight to f5 and we'll defend the knight. And now he decided to play rook a2 c1, attacking the pawn. So what we'll do is we'll decide to defend the pawn with rook to c6 like we are defending. He play b4 and we decide to play c4. Once again he play b5 where we decide to play rook c5 and now he play bishop b4. So over here now bishop b4 attacking both the rooks is a problem where we play rook to c8 if he takes and we also take it back. Now we are attacking the pawn where he play a4. We decide to okay we'll play d3. At least we can play knight here creating a fork. Okay, he play rook to g1. We play knight e4 attacking the pawn. He play king g2. We'll decide to okay. Now if I give a check, king can go back. Well, so we begin with the move rook g5 check, trying to find out the correct continuation. If king goes back, then knight takes on it. Rook will take it. Rook over here is the checkmate. So king going back is not a good response. Okay. So the check is on the board. King goes over here. Now knight takes on it is not going to create a benefit. So what we can do is we'll continue with defending the pawn. Rook c5 and once again maintaining the attack. He play rook takes d3 and that's a very nice response. So if we try to take it, rook can take the rook, and if I push, then there's going to be a checkmate. Well, we decide to play knight e2, but yet rook can come here. Okay, so that's a game over. Well, he does not. He play rook c4, rook takes c4, and okay, so we resign the game. Already a losing game. So over here we look for another game, and this time we are playing as white. We continue with e4. The king's pawn opening where e5 was the response. We take knight f3 and attack the pawn. Knight comes to c6, we play bishop c4. He play bishop c5, we play c3. Further, we can play d4 and attack. D4 is the response, and you all know the main plan. He take it. Now we decide to take this back and further attack the bishop. So this was black to play, and black is thinking for the move. Hmm. Taking the bishop back to b6. Okay, he play bishop b6 as I told you all. We decide to push the pawn forward e5 and attack the knight. Now e5 is attacking the knight and establishing the control at the center. He play knight e4, and knight e4 is a blunder. Okay, we'll decide to play bishop d5 and attack the knight. And now this is black's turn. Now let's see how black responds over here. The knight is almost trapped. Okay, it begins with a check where we decide to play the king to f1. And now once again this knight is trapped. The knight cannot go there. Hmm. Okay, so this is black's turn, and black is thinking. Now he might be thinking for how he can protect this knight which is under attack by our bishop. So this is an easy win. He play b6, we'll take the knight, and now he does not resign. He play bishop e6 check. We play bishop d3 and offer a bishop trade. Now, do you think he will? Okay, he does not accept. And now I am thinking for d5. Okay, d5 is going to be very aggressive also. Well, what we do is we play a3. Now b4 is the main threat in trapping the bishop. Okay, so that's the plan that I thought. And he resigns the game. Okay. Alright, so guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. And if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. So we play e4. He play e5. We decide to take the knight out and attack. He played the Philidor defense where we take bishop c4. x6, and then we decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. Knight comes to c6, we play c3. The knight cannot come here. Knight comes to f6, and we play queen e2. Further, he tries a6, we play a4, like he cannot play b5, and he play bishop d7. We play rook to d1. Further, we can try d4. Okay, he play bishop e7. Bishop e7 is not a good response. We play d4 and further attack the center. He takes it. We take it back, and then 2 pawns at the center is a majority for us. So over here we decide to play e5 and further attack the knight. Further we take it and attack the knight. And now let's see how he responds. We can push the pawn. Okay. So if I decide to push the pawn forward, because that's going to benefit. He cannot take it. Because if he take, then rook can take the queen. Okay. So ultimately, if he takes it, bishop will take, give a check, and can put pressure. Pawn, if pawn takes it, we can take back from the bishop, give a check, and bishop can take the bishop. So that's the main plan. He played knight a5 where we decide to play rook take d7 attacking the queen. The queen is under attack where he played queen to c8. We decide to take the pawn, give a check. Now this is a forcing move where we take the bishop too. Now he play knight take on it, then queen can take it. So ultimately this is also an easy win. Okay, he played queen f5, he does not resign, and that's a very nice sign. We must never resign. Okay, he resigns. Alright. So we look for another game, and we are playing as black where he play e4, we play e6, the French defense. d4 was the response where we play d5 and attack the pawn. He decided to take it, we'll take it back, and then this was white's turn. He play bishop d3. We play knight to f6, development of our knight where he play x3. Now we decide to play bishop to e7. He play knight f3, we castle, maintaining the king's safety, and then we further decide to play c5, attacking the center. He decide to take it where we take it back, and now the bishop is uh, activated where we play knight to c6. He play knight b3 trying to attack the bishop. We'll decide to play the bishop back to d6, controlling this diagonal. Okay, so what we'll do is we'll decide to play the knight towards the center, mainly attacking this bishop. Cause that bishop is trying to attack towards our diagonal. He play knight take e5, we'll take it. And now our bishop is the central bishop which is controlling this. So it is very powerful. Central bishop is very powerful. Uh, hmm. So welcome Ashlyn Vlog. Hey bro, next game can you play? Where's can you express what is that opening? Try to remind me that. Crab variation. Okay. Bishop e3 and we'll decide to now bishop e3 is a very important response. If I try to push, he can take it. The knight, bishop, both are already defending it, so that's a risky way. Okay, if I try to push it and knight takes, then that's the problem. So what we'll do is we'll just focus on queen to d6, trying to attack this way. He play knight e4, we'll take it. Hmm. And he takes it back. Now he has two active bishops, and that's an advantage. Well, what we'll do is first of all we'll take the knight towards the center, knight e4, expecting him to trade. He does not trade. So we play f5, and now he play f3. Wow, a very nice response. Where we'll decide to play the rook. I mean knight g3. Now the rook is under attack. We are trying attacking towards this. He play rook over here. Now what we can do is, hmm. So what we'll do is we'll play this rook at e8 and further defend the bishop. He play bishop e5. Hmm. And now this is the problem. So bishop e5 attacking the knight, the queen, both at the same time, where we play queen p6 check, and that was an easy way out. Like now our knight is not further attack. He will take the king, we can play the knight. Or he can even take the bishop d4. Bishop d4 was the response, and then we play queen c6. Now he cannot play this back. Okay, so we play queen c6, and once again this is black to play. Black is thinking for the move. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. So 3 minutes and 54 seconds where he play rook e5. Now rook e5 was the response. Such that what we'll do is we'll decide to play g6. Now g6, the pawn structure is created. He decide to double up the rooks, trying to attack the bishop. We'll decide to take the bishop back. Now we are allowing him to just attack. Now he does not attack, and instead we'll decide to take the knight back to x5. Now knight comes to x5, and he can try playing f4, where he does not. We'll decide to trade the rooks, and this is white's turn where he takes it also. We'll take it back from the bishop, where he play bishop take a7. And now this was the response. Such that what we'll do is we'll decide to play queen to e4, queen a4 attacking the bishop. Queen can come here and try attacking the bishop. My main plan. It can work out. Okay. He play bishop d4. Now I try queen over here. As I told you, my plan. He can play the queen back. Oh, he play bishop back. A very easy response. Oh, we play bishop b5, and now the crab variation of a4 e5 x4. a4. The crab variation continues with a4. Hmm. Okay. So I can try it. I'm not very sure, but I will try it. Bishop take on it, and now white to play. We play queen over there, and over here we'll decide to trade the queens. Further we play f4, attack the bishop. Now the bishop is under attack. White takes the bishop back. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so alright, I have seen the explanation. I will try that. Okay. King comes to e2. We play knight back to d7, and now like I will try attacking. We take the knight e5. Knight can come here and can attack the pawn. Okay, so white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds. He play bishop d4. Knight comes e4. We are attacking the pawn. Now let's see what he responds over here. He play a4. So a4 is the response, and now in this position we'll decide to take knight to b2 and attack this. So the attack is very poor. We'll take the knight back to c4, and we cannot find any sufficient advantage that we need. Okay, so let's see what he responds over here. He play king to f2, and we decide to play king f7. He can he play h4. Now he's not allowing g5 to come. So we play h6. Now we can play this. Well, let's see what he responds over here. Okay, so he decided to play g3. Now we'll play g5. If he tries to take, we can take it back. Let's see how he responds over here. So this is white to play. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. Oh, so what he do? He play bishop e7. Active the king too. Okay. So welcome to my channel. Anyways, now in this position, if I try taking this pawn, he'll take back. That's not going to give an advantage. So I try knight to d2. The main plan is I will take a time. Oh, I'm having 39 seconds. A very less time. We'll take it. Play this. Okay, I will play this opening in the next game. Okay. Now king can he play bishop it. Hmm. So knight comes over here. Yes, I know that's a good opening. Actually, I play that. Well, king comes to e6, attack the bishop, and he play this. Now knight comes to a3, and now this is going to be not very easy. Okay, so white's turn, and white play king f5. I mean king f5, and knight comes to d6. We are already low in time. So knight comes to f7, and then we play knight x6, trying to find out the advantage. Okay, so we play knight g5 further. Now let's see what he responds. We are attacking this pawn, and further we take the pawn. Let's see what he responds over here. We take the knight to d2, and then knight comes to c4. Further we play king e4, and decide to push, give a check. We decide to play king to f4, and then take the knight back up. Okay, so we design the game. Alright, so we'll try the grab opening. So we decide to play a4 and then h4, I guess. Okay, so guys, if you are going to stream, then I request you to like the live stream. d5 low. So over here we decide to play d4. Like I guess this is the only fair opening that you are talking in the chat. We play bishop f4, and this opening is nice. e3, a very nice opening. So we'll take the bishop out and attack the knight. Now over here he play bishop. We'll decide to play c4. Now he can try a6. He play knight f6. Okay, we'll take this. Knight takes back is an expected response. He take it. Where we'll decide to play bishop take on c6. Bishop take on the knight, and he takes it back. Further, uh, welcome, welcome Ashlyn. Bishop comes to g3, and we can further try developing knight. Let's see what he responds over here. So what? Uh, hmm. He decided to play bishop e7. We'll decide to take the knight to e2. And now let's see what black responds over here. So 4 minutes and 25 seconds on the clock. He played knight b4. Now this is the threat. So we'll decide if I try this, he can play bishop here and create a trouble. Now why I have to play knight here? Because the knight is coming over here. Well, so I castle. Now knight coming over here does not make sense. So, well, bishop can take it. We'll take it back, queen takes it. And now over here we decide to take it. Knight is weak. He played knight to d3. We'll decide to play g3 and attack the queen. So the queen is under attack. 4 minutes and 5 seconds on the clock. And let's see how he responds. He play queen x3. We play knight f4. The main problem is to attack the knight. So we are expecting it to take. And now if I take from it, he can push the pawn. So he take on it, push the pawn, and then queen coming over here is the checkmate. Hmm. So that's the plan. Well, we'll take it. He'll push it. We play no. We decide to play f3, and f3 is the good response. Now he play. Okay, so I expect a draw like this. Queen can come over here. Hmm. Four pawns gambit. Four pawns gambit against d4, right? Hmm. Can you say do not return it? Okay, I said it. Queen e2 and attacking the pawn. Four pawns attack. That's four pawn attack, not four pawns gambit. Queen take e3 check. King comes over here, here. King comes to f8. And now we play the rook. Queen over here is the checkmate. Arey yaar. Oh, so he does not observe that. Well, rook g2 and queen takes on it. It's the mate. Okay, so we look for another game. And now we are playing as black. Hmm. Okay, so we play e6, the French defense, where we play d5. He take, we take back. Hmm. And then c5 attacking this, where he play knight to c3. We take it. He play knight take d4, we play knight f6, and then take the bishop out, attacking the knight. Further, we decide to take the queen out, attacking the pawn, attacking the knight. That's my main plan. He can take the knight here and can add a supporter to it. That's my main plan. So in my thoughts, it is possible that he can play knight here and can defend it. So let's see what he responds. Well, a very easy response. A very easy response is to take this knight back, which is going to support uh, so he ignores it. We'll take it, I take it back. If I take it, bishop will come here, and that's the main plan. So I got a very nice trap. Queen takes on it, bishop will come, give a check, and we'll win the game. So we'll decide to play. Okay, we take the queen back to c7. Unfortunately, we are leaving this bishop. 4 pawns attack. I know that 4 pawns attack. We play with d4. I know that. I usually play that. G take on f6. He play knight takes on it. We'll decide to play queen to d6. Knight take. No. Knight take is possible. Knight take. Queen will take. Oh no, that's not possible. So now let's see what white responds over here. Now white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He play rook even check. We play the king to d7. Now king d7 and he is thinking for the move. Bishop can come give a check. King will come over here. Okay, bishop b5 check. We play knight c6. An easy way to defend our pieces and at the same time defend from the check. So ultimately if he takes then we can take back from the pawn and kick the knight. So now let's see how he responds. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay. Alright, so now bro please play. Okay, I will play the 4 pawns gambit in the next game. Well, knight comes to c6 and white to play. White is thinking for the move. He play knight e7 check. Knight cannot take it because the bishop is pinning it. And queen takes. So we play king to d8 as an easy response. And now he can play knight or takes on it. Knight takes. No, knight takes does not. Alright, let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are going to stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, so let's see what he responds. We can take the bishop out and attack the knight as my main plan. What my main plan says. Okay, how about another gambit? Hmm, that's your choice. Knight b6 check first. Knight, wait, knight b6 check. Knight b6 check, are you saying that? So, over here, maybe you are saying knight b6 check. No, that's not right. Acha, in this position, if you try knight b6 check, then you can easily take it. So, knight b6 check is not benefiting. So, he play rook take f7 and that's a mistake. Bishop e6, the attack. So, now he play rook take f6, we play queen take d5, queen take, bishop take. Now the position is neutral. Hmm. But then rook take queen. How? No, that's not possible. Try to understand. Christopher, queen take queen. So if you are just trading the queens, then that's not going to benefit, right? It means that's going to be a neutral position if you are trading off the queens for no purpose. Now once again, this was a neutral. He played the check. Oh, king comes to c7. He take it. We take the knight b4 and try to find out the advantage. Like first of all, we are attacking the rook. So he missed rook take e6. Rook take e6. Rook take e6. Wait. So rook take e6 is not benefiting because queen can wait. Rook take e6 is not benefiting. Queen can take it. Hmm. Rook will take and then we can play king over here. So rook take e6 is not helpful. Further we play king b6 and attack the bishop. So we play a4 where we'll decide to play a6 and further attack this. Now the bishop is under attack. He play bishop d3. We'll decide to play knight take on it. Hmm. He take it back and he is already having 3 pawns more. So we play rook to c8. We play rook to c4. And now let's see. He play b3. We play rook c5. Expecting him to play this. We play rook c4. He can push the pawn, give a check. We play the king to a7. He can play the rook and can try attacking. Okay, that's not. We play rook to c8 attacking. He played rook c1. Further, we decide to play the rook g4. He play king g2. We play h5 and then take the rook back to g7. Now let's see how he responds. So white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He play rook to d5 and we decide to push the pawn forward, attack this. Ultimately, he can push the pawn forward where he play it. We play the rook to f7. The rook can come here and can attack this pawn. Okay. So we'll decide to play the rook to c8. The opening of variation Budapest Gambit. Budapest Gambit. Okay. So he play rook d3 where we'll decide to play b5 expecting and passant where he do it. We play king b6. And now this is white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. He play rook to a1 and then we decide to play rook to f6. We have to defend this pawn. We can play king here and the pawn will be defended. So that's the main plan. Now 40 seconds remaining for white and white is thinking for the move. Now white has to play fast. He play c4. We take the rook here and attack. And now what he can do, he play rook to c3. We'll decide to play rook f4 and attack this. Now he decide to play rook a to c1. We'll decide to play a5 and attack this. Further 25 seconds remaining for white and now it's time to show the speed. So rook p4, I mean king p4, and then take this. He takes it back. We'll take it. Further, he does not push the pawn forward. Hmm. So that's an easy win for white. Alright, now we have created a pre-moves, trying to make him lose on time. Okay, 8 seconds remaining for the clock. 6 seconds. 2 seconds remaining. And that's the mate. Oh. Okay, so we look for another game. And this time, once again, we are playing as black. So e4. And then the car can't defense with c6. d4, we play d5. He take it, we take it back. Where white plays c3 and we take the knight over here. So knight comes to f3, we decide to play e6. And this is white's turn, white plays bishop g5. Further, we decide to play bishop to e7 and defend the knight. White's turn and white play knight to e5, we play knight to c6 and further attack the center. Knight comes to d2, we decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. Now let's see how he responds. He play knight d2 f3, we play queen b6 and further attack this. Now he play queen to c2. And now queen c2, we take the knight at e4, attack this. He can play knight take on it. Okay, he play bishop back, where we'll decide to play knight takes. Okay, we play knight takes on e5, and he takes it back. We play bishop d6 and attack the knight. Now let's see what he responds. He play bishop d3, and we decide to play f5. Further defending the knight. Now let's see what white responds over here. So white's turn, and white can continue with f3. Now f3 is going to be an amazing response over here. Okay, so he play castling. He decide to castle, where we decide to play f4 and attack the bishop. Now this is white to play, and white is thinking for the move. If he takes the bishop back, we decide to play f3. Further, we are attacking. He play bishop d2. We first eliminate this. Now bishop take on it. Oh, so that's going to be a checkmate trap. King will come and knight over here. King will take, knight will take. Hmm. So there are a lot of variations for white to continue. Knight takes, we play king take x7, and he played knight take f8 check. We play king g8. Now that was a double check. The knight is not trapped, knight can go there. Hmm. Our knight is also under attack, so that's going to be a disadvantage. The position is neutral. Two rooks, and we have one rook. Okay, so we have equal pieces. We'll take the rook. So ultimately we are leading the game. Now we play queen to b5 king check. Queen b5 check, and he play the king. So we'll decide to play queen back and attack the knight. Knight will go there. We'll take the queen to h5 and attack the knight. Knight will go to f3, and further we'll decide to play g5, g4, attack the knight and attack the king side. So this is white to play, white play rook e1. We play g4 and attack this. Further we'll decide to take the knight, and he take it from the rook. We'll decide to play queen h7. So now the main plan is all clear, where he decide to play rook to g5 giving check. Further we'll decide to play king h8, because that's only possible, and he can try. He does not trade. He play queen e2. We'll decide to play f3 and attack the queen. Hmm. Queen can go there. Okay, so that was something I missed. Now we'll take the pawn, give a and attack the queen. So he play queen e5 check. Queen g7 is forced and that's the mate. Okay, so we look for another game, and this time we are playing. Okay, so now we are playing with black pieces. Okay. So finally I get white. We play d4, c4 on the board with the queen's gambit variation. Knight comes out to c3. Now he does not play the king's Indian. We play c take d5. He takes it. We play f3. We can play e4. Okay, so now we'll take the bishop back and attack the knight. Further, we decide to take this. He play queen take on f6 and we play e4. Now we are further attacking towards the center. He take it. We'll take back. Queen can come give check. Okay, so queen does not come and give a check. He play knight to c6 and we play knight f3. Now queen cannot come because the knight is controlling. So this is he play bishop over here and we'll decide to play e5 and further attack the queen. So the queen is under attack. 4 minutes and 30 seconds on the clock and black is thinking for the move. Now he decide to play bishop take f3. We'll decide to play pawn take on queen and then take the pawn further attacking the rook. So now let's see what he responds over here. This is black turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. We are only taking the rook. Now if he play king take on g7, we'll play rook take on d1 and further defend the pawn. Now let's see what he responds over here. The position is neutral as I know. Okay. So guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. And he play rook take f8 check. We play king f2. This is black to play and black is thinking, having 3 minutes and 56 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. So what he do? He play rook over here and try attacking the pawn. So we'll decide to play d5 and further attack the knight. Now this knight is under attack. Let's see what black responds over here. Okay, now black is thinking for the move. Meanwhile, what we can do, he play bishop takes c3, we'll play. Hmm, so we have just given up the rook, free rook. Alright, now this is black's turn. Black can take the free rook. Okay, so let's see what he responds. 3 minutes and 28 seconds on the clock, and he is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He play rook take d1. We begin with pawn takes on c3, and now once again, this is going to be a lost game, I guess. King comes to f3. Let's see what he responds over here. So guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds. He can try taking the pawn where he takes it. We'll decide to play the bishop to c4, and once again he can play the rook there, attack the pawn. He play that only, as I told. Bishop comes back and he take the pawn, where we decide to play king to f2. Now let's see what he responds over here. Okay, what I think is we can play rook to d1, rook here, attack the pawn, attack the. Okay, so that's my main plan. Now let's see what black responds over here. He play rook to d8. We'll decide to play rook to f1. Now this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. 2 minutes and 10 seconds remaining on the clock. Hmm. Okay. So now let's see what he responds over here. He decided to play rook d6. We'll play king to g1, and he play rook to f6. We'll play rook to d1. Further, this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in this position. 1 minute and 48 seconds. He plays c5. We'll play x3. He plays c4. Bishop comes to a4, and he can play rook. Hmm. Okay. So he plays c5. Now we play rook to d7 and attack the pawn. Further, black to play. Black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. So he play rook to a3. We'll take the pawn. He take this pawn. We'll decide to play rook to a5 and attack this pawn. So we can guess that this bishop is almost trapped. He play rook f5. We'll play bishop to d7. Rook take rook. Bishop take rook. That's but okay. Let's see what he responds. Black's turn and black play rook take a5. We'll play bishop take onto rook. Now this is black's turn. He plays c3. We play king to f2. So he play rook a2 check. We play king to e1. We push it forward. We play king d2. And further 58 seconds remaining for black. He play king f6. We'll play bishop take f7. Now bishop take x7 was the response. Where this is black to play and black is thinking for the move. He play king to e5, where we decide to play g4. Now let's see what he responds. 40 seconds remaining for black, where he play rook a3, attacking this pawn. So ultimately we push this h4, and 40 seconds remaining for black. Hi Anirudh, welcome back to my live stream. Bishop comes to f5, and further let's see what he responds. He can play rook to x3 and can attack the pawn. That's a possible variation. He goes with king f4, and now rook take on it, bishop take, king takes. That's the plan. So we'll play h5. If he tries rook take, we'll take, he'll take, and push the pawn forward. Hmm. So that was the strategy I used. x7 and promote to queen, and now uh, we play queen to x2. Further we'll take this pawn, so that's an easy win. Okay, so black's turn and black is thinking. 12 seconds remaining. In the meantime, guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed, and if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Hmm. Okay, so here we are looking for another game, and now we are playing as black d4, where we decide to play knight to f6. He plays c4, we play g6. We go with the king's Indian defense. I am sending next with Vishibai. d6 on the board, he play knight f3. We decide to play castling, and further he play bishop g5, where we decide to play knight to d7. Now he play bishop d3. We play c5 and further attack the center. He tries d5. We decide to take the knight at h5. The bishop activated, and yes, bishop. Okay, so over here we decide to play x6, kick the bishop. Bishop goes back. Many of the players do that. Bishop goes to d2. Okay, so bishop d2 was the response. We take the knight e5, attacking this. No, attacking this free bishop. So now this free bishop is under attack. Let's see how white responds. White can take the bishop back, and that was what he did. Where we'll decide to play the bishop out. Now we can see how our pieces are active. Well, this piece is not at all active. He play x3. We'll decide to play knight take f3. Give a check. where he play bishop take f3, and ultimately will take this. So this is white's turn, and white take it back. Further, we decide to go with the move queen to d7. The main plan is we have to try f5. Now f5 he take, rook takes, he take the knight back. So that was the mistake. We play bishop take b2 and then the bishop e5. So now we can consider our minor pieces are working very efficiently. So now this bishop c3 trying to attack. We'll decide to, okay, so we have no other option. So we'll trade it. Where he also take it back, and now we'll decide to play b6 so that we can secure our pawn, and then we can play f5. He play a4. Okay, so if he tries this, then we have this pawn to support, so we'll go with f5. Now f5 was the response, and white's turn. White is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. He play rook to e1, where we'll decide to play. Okay, so in this position we play e6. E6. So if he tries to take it, we can take from the rook only to attack this, and then we can take this pawn. So he played d take e6 as I expected, and we'll play queen take on it. Now if he tries this, then queen will take it back. Okay. No, queen can also take this pawn, so we'll keep the queen here. If he tries to take it, then queen takes on it. It's a good move, and we'll further attack the queen. Okay, so now this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 3 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining for white, and white is thinking. Let's see how he responds. 3 minutes and 13 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds. He is thinking for the move. Okay. So guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. All the challenges are allowed. And if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. He played 95. It is a blunder because we can take the pawn attack. The rook is also attacking. He played queen take e4. We'll decide not to trade the queens, and we'll play the queen f7. The main plan is all clear. Now let's see what he responds over here. So this is black's turn. White's turn, and white is thinking for the move. Having 2 minutes and 43 seconds on the clock, he can go with the move rook over here and can defend the checkmate. He goes with queen e6, and that was the response, where we'll decide to play rook to e8 and further attack the queen. So the queen is under attack. Now let's see what he responds. He can go with the move. No. So queen takes on f7, we take it back. Rook takes on e8, we'll take it back. And now he can play this. Okay, so this is white's turn, and white is thinking for the move. He play f3, and we'll decide to play the knight to f6. First of all, attacking the knight. Now white's this knight is very active, so we have to remove this knight immediately. We play rook to e3. We can play rook here, attack this. He play knight b5, attack the pawn, attack this. So two attacks at a time. Where we go with the move rook to a3. Now knight takes on it. We play king e6. He play this back. We take this. So ultimately we are going to make this position neutral. Now this is 2 minutes on the clock remaining, and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds. He play knight b5. We'll take it. The pawn is gone, and he play rook to c1. Further, we decide to play a6 and attack the knight. The knight goes no. If knight goes back, then we will take this pawn. So that's we play knight c7 check. We play king d6, attack the knight. The knight can go over there, or knight can go back. Now knight to a8 is not helpful, so knight can go there as expected. Knight d5 was the response, where we'll decide to take it. White will take it back, we'll play king take d5 and now 3 pawns. So it's an easy win. We can try pushing the pawns forward and win. So rook to d4, if he tries to check, we can play the rook over here. And now let's see how he responds. White play rook e4, we play b5. So we go with c4 on the board along with b4. Now 2 pawns. We play c3 and now over here we can forcefully trade the rooks. Well, we'll play a5. Further we can play this, push the pawn forward and attack the rook. So 1 minute and 14 seconds on the clock where white resigns the game. So we look for another game and this time we play as black. So white plays, now white play e4, we decide to play d6, the Pirc defense. Now Pirc defense was the response where he play knight f3. We go with the move knight to f6 and further attack. He play queen e2. Hmm. So queen e2 is the response where we go with e5. Now e5 where we play c6. We can try this and attack. Hi Anirudh. Bishop comes to e7 and then the bishop goes out attacking. Further c4 we play knight b to d7 and then knight comes to c5. Okay. So guys, if you want, you can also send me the challenges. Bishop take on f3, he take it back. We decide to castle, maintaining the king's safety. Where he play b4, we decide to take the knight to e6, and then we take the knight d4, attack the bishop. So white's turn and white take the queen back. Further, we decide to take a5 and attack the pawn. Now he play b5, we'll take it. He decide to take it back. We play queen to c7 and attack the knight. Ultimately, bishop can come over here and can defend. Sending challenge. Okay, you can send me the challenges. And now over here, we'll play rook to c8 and further try attacking. He play rook. We'll decide to. Okay, now in this position, we'll play queen to d7. The main motive attacking this, and the queen can go there. So we take the queen x3. Now let's see what he responds. He play bishop back. We'll take queen to x6. Now let's see what he responds. Okay, so this is white to play and white is thinking for the move. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. 4 minutes on the clock remaining. Let's see how he responds over here. 3 minutes and 50 seconds on the clock. He played knight to e2 and we decide to play rook take c1. Further attacking the queen where he play bishop take. We'll play knight take on it, giving a check. So that's a forcing move. Uh, we He play queen take e2. We'll decide to play queen g6. Now let's see what he responds. So he play bishop f3. We'll decide to take the knight d7. We can take knight here, attack the pawn. That's the main plan. Where he play bishop a3, we'll take the knight to c5, expecting the trade where he takes it. We'll take it back. Further, we can push the pawn forward. Now he can play b6. No, he cannot. The queen is already controlling, so he cannot play b6. We play b6 and now 3 pawn structure. Where he play rook to c4. Now rook c4 does not help a lot. We play queen g5. We are okay. So he play queen to c2. And if I try playing f5, then it is going to help white because he can take it. The bishop will be activated. So we go with x5, x5, x4 attacking the pawn. So x4 was the response, and he go with g4. G4 is possible response where he goes with g4. Now we'll decide to play uh, queen to f6. We are attacking the bishop. So now let's see what white responds. White's turn and white play king to g2. King comes to g2 and we decide to play g5. Further, this is going to be a rough game where he play bishop e2. We'll decide to play king g7. Okay, so we can try rook d8, rook over here, forcefully trade. Hmm. He play queen b3, we play rook to d8. We can play this rook over here, and he does not. So rook comes to d4. We can play the queen here and can try attacking. Okay, so he takes it, and over here we'll decide to. If I take from this, then that's an advantage that we are going to activate our bishop. Only one advantage. But if I take from it, then it is going to be a close position for us. So we'll take from the c pawn and further activate our bishop. Queen comes to c4. We'll decide to play queen to queen d6. So queen d6 and he played the bishop to d1. Further we go with the move queen to b4 offering a queen trade. He declined. Now it is up to us where we can take it or does not take it. So I guess that's going to be a draw if I does not take. Uh, Over here playing the queen. Okay, so he does not want to trade the queens. Now I cannot understand whether I should trade the queens or not. Okay, so I tried twist playing queen c3. If he tries to take it, we'll take the pawn and the pawn will be independent. He played queen take f0. And now queen x6, I mean king x6 and he can take it. No, he cannot take it. Queen take e6 check, I mean queen e6 check. And then he can go with take on check. Mm. King comes to x8. And now this is white's turn. White is thinking for the move. He play queen f6 check. We play king to x7. Further, let's see how he responds. Bishop can come here. It is an easy response to play. Okay, queen f7 check. And that's the mate. Alright. So here we look for another game. And this time we are playing as white. We go with the move d4. Further, we decide to play c4. Then the knight to c3. And we decide to play knight f3. Further g3, bishop to g2, preparing to castle. Now black's turn and black decides to take, does not take. We'll decide to take it, where black takes it back. We decide to play a3 and attack. Now he take it, we'll take it back. And then we play queen to d3. Now let's see what he responds. So over here we'll decide to play the knight to d2. The bishop is attacking the knight. The knight is attacking. He play f5 and we'll decide to play knight take on the knight. He play pawn take on e4. We play queen to c2. Let's see what he responds. Over here we play c4. If he tries to take, we can take it back. Well, we play c take d5. He take it back and then we play a4. We can play bishop a3 and can attack this. So this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds in this position where he go with bishop e6 and we go with bishop to a3. Now further we are attacking both of them. So he play rook to f7 and further we go with the move rook bishop take on e7 where let's see what he responds. He play rook take e7, we play f3 expecting the trade. If we take we can take back from the rook. Now let's see what he responds. 3 minutes and 52 where he play rook to c8 and we decide to play queen to d2. So queen d2 was the response where this was black to play and black decided to play bishop f5. We'll decide to trade the pawns where he also take it back. We take it the bishop. He takes it back, and then we try rook to f4. Now we can take this rook. Well, queen e7 was the response. We decided to take it. Queen takes on it was the response, and we trace. Okay, so we play king to f2. Now this is black's turn, and black is thinking for the move where he play rook c2. We'll decide to play. Okay, so we play queen d1 as an easy response, defending and defending both the pawns at the same time. Now let's see what the response over here. So black's turn, and this is going to be a complicated position. He go with rook c4. We play e3. He can go with a check. King will come here, and he will take this. Hmm. Queen can take it. No, queen cannot take it actually. Queen g2 check, and that was away. Queen f10. Okay, so we resign the game. And now this time we play d4 once again with the queen's gambit that I usually play. He played d5, we play the queen's gambit, c4 attacking. He played d takes c4, we play c3. Further, we play b5 and we play a4. Now we are attacking this pawn. So this is 4 minutes and 48 seconds on the clock. Let's see how he responds over here. So 4 minutes and 40 seconds we are attacking this pawn. Okay, he might be thinking for the move. Well, we can play queen f3 because that's a amazing trap over here. If he tries a6, then he's gone because we can take. He'll take back, rook is gone. If he tries c6, he'll take back, queen will come out, and he's gone. If he tries bishop over here, then I will take it. Bishop will take back. Ultimately, he's gone for sure. Bishop d7. Okay. So now I take it. Bishop will take it back. Knight comes out to c3 and attack the bishop. Bishop will go back. Okay, so he is thinking for the move, whether he must take the bishop back or not. He played queen d7. So over here, we'll decide to play queen to f3 and attack this rook. Bishop goes, then we can push the pawn forward and attack the bishop. So now this is black's to play, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 3 minutes and 42 seconds on the clock remaining for black. Let's see how black responds over here. Now the rook is under attack. So if he tries pushing the pawn forward, then that's not going to work because knight can take the bishop. He will take back and then he will lose the rook. If so, the best move is to take the bishop back, and ultimately we'll push it, attack the bishop. Also, we can attack this pawn with our bishop. So that's an advantage for us. Okay, so black's turn, and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you're enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. Okay, so he play bishop, we play d5 and attack the bishop. Further, the bishop is under attack. Now 2 minutes and 55 seconds on the clock, and black is busy thinking for the response. We are attacking this bishop, so the bishop can go back or can. Okay, let's see what he responds over here. 2 minutes and 40 seconds on the clock, and black is thinking for the move. Bishop goes back, and we play bishop take on c4. Well, let's see what he responds. So black to play, and black is thinking for the move. Meanwhile, 2 minutes and 26 seconds where he play knight f6. We go with the move. Okay, so we play bishop to to b5 and further attack the queen. Now this is he play c6. We'll take it and attack the queen once again. we are mainly focusing on attacking, that you can see. Knight take on c6, and we go with the move. Okay, so in this position we continue with the move knight to g2. We can castle further because we haven't castle. Okay, so this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how black responds in this position. The knight cannot move because the bishop is pinning it. So ultimately he try a6, where what we can do is we can take the bishop back and once again maintain the attack. So now this is black to play and black is thinking for the move. We are basically thinking for castling in this position. So 1 minute and 52 seconds on the clock for black remaining. Let's see how he responds over here. Okay. Guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. E6 was the response where we decide to castle. We can take the rook over here and can attack the queen. So now the queen is under attack, where let's see what he responds. Queen coming to c7 in my case. Okay, he played queen c7, where we decide to play knight to c4 and add a pressure. Now bishop take on it, rook will take it back. Further, let's see what he responds. He play bishop take d4. We go with rook take d4. He cannot take because of the pin. So we can play this rook over here. Okay. Now we go with bishop take on c6, and ultimately he'll take back from the bishop, such that we decide to play queen to uh, queen x3. And now this is black's turn and black is thinking for the move. Let's see what he responds over here. 1 minute and okay, 1 minute on the clock remaining for black, and black is thinking for the move where he go with rook to d8. And further we decide to move the knight back, attacking, like defending the rook. If it goes with rook take, we can take it back from the knight. Okay, so now this is black to play and black goes with queen b7. Now queen b7 is the response, and further we also decide to play bishop to d2, queen take pawn. Okay, further we take it, give a check, and then you are just ignoring what am I ignoring? Bishop c3, we are attacking the pawn. 35 seconds on the clock. Now this is black's turn. 30 seconds on the clock. Okay, so 25 seconds on the clock remaining and black is thinking for the move. Let's see how he responds over here. 20 seconds left. We are attacking this pawn. I am sending next. Okay, try to send a challenge when this game ends. Okay, otherwise I cannot see your challenge. Otherwise, knight will go and attack. And further, what he do is, okay, so he play queen d7, trying to attack like this, where we decide to play the rook to e1. Now rook comes to e1 and 2 minutes on the clock. He played knight e4. Further, we decide to play bishop take on e5, and further black loses on time. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can send me the challenges. Okay, any challenges? Now I'm not receiving any challenge. So here I received a challenge 2516. We go with the move e4. He played e5. We decide to take it. He decide to play queen take d5. We play c4 and further attack the queen. So we go with queen d7. Queen d7. It is also a variation. Knight to f3 and further d4. We go with d5, blocking this bishop diagonal. So now let's see what he responds over here. He go with knight f6. We decide to take the bishop to g5. Now this is black's to play. He play x6. We decide to eliminate this knight and then activate our knight, with the tempo. So now he play bishop e4. We go with bishop e2 and preparing to castle. Let's see how he responds. He decide to castle. We also castle back. Hmm. Okay. He decide to play bishop takes c3. We play b takes c3, and further we will of course decline the trade. Instead go with the move uh, queen to d4. Now queen comes to d4. We can play the rook here. Hmm. So 76 seconds on the clock. He goes with c5. Now we decide to play queen to d2. Queen d2 was the response where black's turn and black is thinking for the move. He go with rook to e8 where we decide to play bishop to d3. Now let's see what the response. Bishop d3 where he go with queen a4. Queen a4 is a very nice option. So what we'll do is we'll offer a trade and he declined the trade. We go with the move queen to c2 offering queen trade. Queen trade is forced, I guess. Okay, so queen trade is forced over here. Otherwise, if he'll not trade, then there is okay. Let us consider he does not trade. So if he will not trade, then he can go queen to a3 or queen to he traded. Okay, we'll take it back. Further, black to play and black is thinking for the move where he go with rook take even check. We take it back and this is black's turn. Let's see how he responds over here. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like the live stream. He go with king f8. We decide to play bishop a4 and further attack the knight. So the knight is under attack. He go with rook d8. And now what we can do is bishop over here. He'll take. I'll take back. Attack the knight. Okay. So over here we decide to go with knight comes to x4. Knight over here. So first of all we eliminate the knight and rook takes it back. Okay. Now we'll decide to play if knight goes back. Okay, so that's a tough option. We go with knight to d2. We can play knight here, a4, a5, and try attacking towards the side. He play bishop c8. Why? Okay. So we'll go with the move. Now this is a thinking part. So of course we go with x3, making a space for the king before making any attempt. So this is black's turn and black is thinking, having 3 minutes and 25. He offer a trade. We'll accept the trade. He takes it back. We'll decide to play f4. Now this is black's turn. He go with bishop f5. We'll decide to play g4 and attack the bishop. So he play bishop d7. A very nice option. We go with king f2. And now this is going to be a difficult endgame. We go with f5. We play king f3. And let's see what he responds. He play take g4 check. We take it. He can play this. Okay, he play bishop a4. Where we go with the move g5. Now the bishop coming over here giving check is possible variation. 3 minutes on the clock remaining where he go with x5 and over here now this is tough one. Okay, so in this position knight comes and if I try pushing then that's not going to benefit. Where we go with king to g3. Let's see what he responds over here. He play bishop d1. We go with knight to e4 and now let's see what he responds. He can play bishop over here, bishop e2 and over here. Now this is a tough part. We'll take the knight back and defend his back. He go with bishop d3, bishop d3. Then we can go with the move king f3. Now we can play king to e3 and attack the bishop. So the bishop can go to f5, where we decide to play knight f3, not allowing the pawn to be pushed. Where he go with b5, we decide to trade it. He takes it back and we go with. Okay, so once again, this is also a tough option. Now we decide to play king back. Bishop can come. Oh, okay, so now let's see what he responds. King to d6, first the response. We go with knight to e5, attacking this pawn. He go with king take d5, we play knight take f7. He play king to e4, and then the check. Further, we decide to take the pawn. He play x4, and we go with the move king to e2. Now king e2 was the response, where he could play x3, we play king f2, and further if he tries pushing we can play king here. He play bishop e4, we go with knight d6 and attack the bishop. So now this is black's turn, he go with x2. We'll decide. hmm, so now this is okay, so black is winning. Okay, knight takes on e4, he can promote to queen. Alright, so we designed the game. So guys, if you want you can send me the challenges. Any challenges? Hmm. Any challenges, guys? If you want you can send me the challenges now. No challenges are coming. Okay, so here we look for another game where we are playing as black. He play e3, we play c5, and then f4. We go with e6. g3 was the response where we play h5 and then h4. Further, if he takes, then he's gone. But I'm 100% sure he will not take. He play knight c3, will take this pawn. Ultimately, he take it back. Okay, so white's turn and white is thinking for the move. Let's see how white responds over here. Hmm. 4 minutes and 38 seconds where he decide to take it. We'll take the rook and then go with the move f5, where this is 4 minutes and 30 seconds. He go with e4. We decide to play knight c6. Now let's see what he responds. We play d3. We'll take the pawn. Hmm. Let's see what white responds over here. White play he take e4. We'll decide to play. Hmm. Now in this position we'll take the knight to d4. Knight at the center. And 4 minutes and 20 seconds on the clock remaining for white. Let's see how he responds over here. Hmm. In the meantime, guys, if you are enjoying the stream, then I request you to like live stream. 4 minutes and 8 seconds on the clock and white is thinking. He go with a check and we go with king to e7. He play this check. We go with d6 and he take the knight. So over here, we'll design this game also. Okay, so guys, if you want, you can also challenge me. Any challenges? Okay, so thank you very much for coming to my live stream. I will meet you in the next one.